From a very early age, in my preteen years, some of my earliest, fondest childhood memories are of watching a wide variety of Saturday morning cartoons. One of my absolute favorites was the 1982 Incredible Hulk cartoon series. I'd often watch while holding my Incredible Hulk Mego action figure and eating a bowl of cereal. Other than a couple of minor changes from the source material, for the most part, the Incredible Hulk cartoon series is incredibly faithful to its comic book counterpart. By today's standards, it's nowhere near a perfect series, often reusing stock footage for the transformation scenes from Dr. Banner into the Hulk. And when the Hulk regresses back to Dr. Banner, his clothes would always miraculously reappear, untorn. As silly as it may be, I find its flaws a part of its charm. Though there have been other Hulk cartoon adaptations both before
Hulk! Hulk! Hulk!
and after. The 1982 Incredible Hulk series remains till this day my favorite animated interpretation of the character. Mad About Superheroes presents The Incredible Hulk Retro Cartoon Review. The Incredible Hulk is an early 1980s cartoon television series based on the Marvel comic book of the same name, co-created by Stan the Man Lee and Jack the King Kirby. The series aired on NBC in 1982 as part of a combined hour with Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, another absolute favorite of mine. The Spidey Goes to Hollywood episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends served as a backdoor pilot for The Incredible Hulk, as it guest starred the version of Bruce Banner and The Incredible Hulk that would appear in the 1982 series. The core characters in this series are Dr. Bruce Banner, a scientist specializing in gamma radiation, his sidekick Rick Jones, and colleague and romantic interest of Bruce, Dr. Betty Ross. As featured in the origin of the Incredible Hulk, Dr. Banner is bombarded by gamma radiation while protecting teenager Rick Jones from the brunt of a gamma bomb explosion, a device of his own creation. Bruce is seemingly unharmed from the blast until a startling metamorphosis occurs whenever he becomes agitated or angry. The episode also has a subplot about aliens seeking the secret of Bruce's gamma bomb.
I take you!
The main focus from episode to episode is Bruce's struggle to keep his alter ego a secret. Only Rick knows the Hulk's true origin, and his ongoing endeavor to cure himself of his transformations into the green-skinned Goliath. Along the way, the Hulk battles various monsters such as Quasimodo and villains like Dr. Octopus. I know what you're thinking, Doc Ock is a Spidey villain. Yes, that's true, but if you're at all familiar with the Marvel Universe, you know they like to mix it up every now and then. Whilst fending off an army under the command of General Thunderbolt Ross, Betty's father, and his lackey, Major Ned Talbot, who continuously attempt to subdue and capture the Hulk. The aforementioned Stan Lee also served as a narrator on most of the episodes.
Bruce Banner's rage and his frustration finally trigger the powerful gamma rays in his body, causing the world's most fantastic transformation as the Incredible Hulk is born.
Other standout personal favorite episodes are It Lives, It Grows, It Destroys, in which a rival scientist at Gamma Base develops a part plant, part animal life form, which can eat almost anything in its path. But the creature escapes and threatens the planet as it grows uncontrollably. Coincidentally, the creature's only weakness is gamma radiation, so the only thing alive that can stop it is the Incredible Hulk. This episode is clearly influenced by the classic 1960s movie, The Blob. Hunks on Wheels. The opening of this episode is great. Dr. Banner is in the middle of a nightmare, where he comes face to face with his alter ego, the Incredible Hulk. Though the Hulk and Dr. Banner want the same thing, if either achieves their goal, the other will cease to exist. When a motorcycle gang kidnaps Rick's girlfriend Rita, Bruce and Rick discover the gang is secretly working for the supervillain, the Leader. whose gamma-radiated brain hatches a sinister plan to steal a shipment of vibranium, the same metallic substance Captain America's mighty shield is made of. Of course, Bruce and his alter ego intervene and thwart the leader's mad scheme. This episode is also notable for its deviation from the stock transformation scenes, when Dr. Banner falls off a cliff and he transforms into the Hulk mid-fall. Enter She-Hulk. Bruce and Rick travel to Los Angeles to visit Bruce's cousin, Jennifer Walters, to try to learn how she is able to maintain her intelligence when she changes into the She-Hulk, a power she acquired when receiving a blood transfusion from Bruce. Bruce and Jen attempt an experiment to cure Bruce's inability to retain his intelligence when he changes into the Hulk. The experiment is initially successful.
I'm the Hulk with Banner's mind.
But when they are attacked by the terrorist group Hydra, who attempt to take over the city, the Hulk's intelligence begins to regress.
I can't think.
Hold on, Bruce. Please.
I'm losing it.
Luckily, the incredible duo are assisted by Rick and Betty.
Hulk, try to understand. I'm your friend.
Hulk has no friend.
Bruce Banner unmasked. When the Puppet Master attempts to gain control of the Hulk as part of his plan to take over Mesa City and its surroundings, the army is finally able to defeat the green-skinned Goliath and learn of Bruce Banner's secret identity.
Bruce Banner is the Hulk!
Deep in my heart, I always felt...
Bring him to the hospital!
All is set right in the end when the Hulk, free of the Puppet Master's control, faces off with the mad puppeteer himself.
Everyone gives Hulk orders. Now, my turn. Leave Hulk alone.
Part of this episode's fun is noticing all the other Marvel superheroes the Puppet Master has statues of, but if you blink, you'll miss them. The episode is resolved thanks to Rick Jones, aided by Alicia Masters, the Puppet Master's blind stepdaughter. Rick uses the Puppet Master's technology to erase the knowledge from the population of the Hulk's true identity. And lastly, but definitely not the least, the Hulk destroys Bruce Banner. While testing his new transmat teleporter on himself, Bruce transforms into the Hulk mid-teleportation, convincing Betty that the Hulk interfered. She then leads the charge to capture the Hulk and save Bruce. Though Major Talbot rockets to Betty's rescue, Betty proves more than capable of holding her own against the green-skinned Goliath, and instead of playing the typical damsel in distress, a bit of refreshing role reversal is had, at Talbot's expense, and Betty rescues him.
I've got you in a tractor beam. I'll radio the base to pick you up, Major. Stay out of this. It's my fight.
She is then successful in subduing the Hulk, a feat her father, General Ross, and his unit of Hulkbusters was never able to accomplish.
You! Hulk thought you were friend. Why you hurt Hulk?
Because you destroyed the one man I loved. And now you're going to help bring him back.
The Hulk struggles in vain. Nothing can overcome the power of exofield energy.
Let's go, Hulk.
Veteran voice actors Michael Bell, who voiced Bruce Banner, and B.J. Ward, who voiced Betty Ross, went on to lend their voice talents as Duke and Scarlet on the G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero cartoon series. In comparison to its live-action counterpart, the Incredible Hulk television series from Universal, which ran from the late 70s into the early 80s, the cartoon series followed the Hulk comic books much more closely. The army-based setting, the heavy use of fantastical elements, and the Hulk being capable of limited speech is extremely faithful to the source material of the era. The series also retained from the comic book Bruce Banner as the name of the Hulk's human alter ego, rather than David Banner as in the live-action series. The character design of both Bruce Banner and the Hulk were based on the artwork of Sal Buscema, who penciled the Incredible Hulk comic books during the 1970s and the 1980s. As most cartoons of the era, the Incredible Hulk has an awesome intro sequence and an equally awesome theme song. The music for the series is the definitive theme for the Hulk, in my opinion, with the live-action series music being a close second. Though The Incredible Hulk only produced 13 episodes for one single season, it ran over and over in reruns for over a decade. In that time frame, I was always happy to come across it while channel surfing. In recent years, with the advent of streaming, I've acquired the full 13-episode series on Amazon and often revisit it. For many kids growing up in the 1980s, the Incredible Hulk cartoon series was their gateway into the Hulk comic books. Regardless of its shortcomings, it's extremely entertaining, and for many of us, there's a high level of nostalgia attached to it. When I was a kid, specifically at the time this series aired, the Incredible Hulk was my favorite Marvel superhero. As I got a bit older, I started to explore the greater Marvel universe and realized with so many great heroes and villains, it was too hard to pick one as an absolute favorite. However, the Hulk remains one of my favorite superheroes of all time, so much so that I've dedicated portions of my leisure time to writing, narrating, and editing 3 videos about the Hulk. I've reviewed the live-action 70s Incredible Hulk television series, the 2008 Incredible Hulk film starring Ed Norton as Bruce Banner, and now I've covered the 82 Incredible Hulk cartoon series. If you haven't seen the aforementioned reviews, I'll leave links at the end of the video so you can check them out if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed this trip back to 1982 and hearing me wax nostalgia over the Incredible Hulk cartoon series. Thanks for letting your geek flag fly with Mad About Superheroes. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and feel free to comment down below.